If you're running an independent restaurant right now and things feel harder than they used to be, harder to stay profitable, harder to predict your week, harder to feel like you're ahead of anything, you're not imagining it. This video is for you. My name is Mike Sweetman, and I've spent the last 30 years in this industry, and I mean in it. I started as a bartender. I worked my way through the kitchen, convention services, into management at a corporate establishment, and eventually into ownership. So when I talk about the pressure that independent operators feel, I'm not talking about something that I've just read in a report. I've really lived every side of it. And today, through O Suite Hospitality, I work with small independent restaurant owners on things that actually move the needle: operations, guest loyalty, using automation and AI to help them run smarter. And my focus specifically is on independents in smaller markets, because those operators are doing something really hard. They're competing every day against big chains with bigger budgets, bigger teams, and systems built by entire departments. You don't have those advantages, but you absolutely have something that they don't. And the right systems can make that count. And what I really want to walk you through today is what I call the 5 systems of a recession-ready restaurant. These are 5 operational areas that, when they're working, make your business predictably stable, even when the market around you feels less predictable. None of this is going to require massive changes or complicated technology, but by the end of this, you'll know exactly where to focus first. So let's get into it. If you're feeling the pressure right now, you are definitely not alone. We've got rising costs, food, labor, and operating expenses continue to climb while our margins stay razor thin. We've got unpredictable traffic. Post-COVID, guest patterns have definitely changed. They've shifted. They're harder to forecast, making scheduling and purchasing more reactive rather than proactive. And you've got tighter spending. When times get a little tougher, guests spend less, even small inefficiencies begin to matter a lot more. So one important mindset shift is that we want to focus on stability over growth. So in growth mode, works really well when the conditions are strong. You're looking for more traffic, you're looking to run more promotions, more marketing spend, and you're chasing new customers constantly. But in stability mode, what happens is it keeps restaurants steady when spending shifts. So it builds repeat visit habits, consistent guest communication, clear operational decisions, and you know your numbers early, not late. The 5 systems of a recession-ready restaurant are: number 1, order capture. You never want to miss a revenue opportunity. Number 2, repeat visits. You want to drive predictable guest frequency. Number 3, owner bandwidth. You want to protect your decision-making time. Number 4, the decision dashboard. You want to run your business by the numbers that matter. And number 5, guest communication. You always want to stay consistently connected to your guest. Now, without this system, you're going to end up with missed or unanswered calls during peak hours, slow responses to social or Google Messages reviews, guests abandoning orders when it feels inconvenient to them, and menu and ordering links buried deep in the website. Recession-ready restaurants have clear responsibility for phone coverage during their peak hours. The automated FAQ responses for common guest questions. With Meta AI, this has never been easier, so I suggest everybody go and set that up. You're going to want simple and easy to find online ordering options. You want your menu and ordering links to be front and center. 1 click, not 3. It really dawned on me a few years back when a restaurateur, Sean Walchef, he's a media company, not a restaurateur. I saw his website, and it was so simple and basic that it inspired me to go back and redo my entire website to try to simplify it as much as I could. So what I want you to do in the next 7 days is go out there and audit your ordering channels this week. Count how many missed calls you have during peak hours and test how quickly digital messages receive a response, and check how many clicks it takes a guest to reach your menu or online ordering page. Because even fixing just a few missed orders per day can really have a meaningful improvement on your monthly stability. System number 2 is a repeat visit. You want to drive predictable guest frequency, and in small markets, stability comes from existing guests visiting more often, not so much from chasing new traffic oftentimes. Without this system, traffic is going to fluctuate with no predictable patterns. Scheduling and ordering become inconsistent, and there's a heavy reliance on attracting new customers. And that leads to discount-driven promotions that will erode your margins. In a recession-ready restaurant, you're going to have loyalty or visit-based rewards. So it can be a digital loyalty program, maybe through your POS, something that's custom built, or we still use our simple paper punch card as well. It's just something we've had for 20 plus years. It's worked, and some people still appreciate it. You're going to want weekly visit drivers, feature nights, themed events, standing specials, limited time offerings that keep the experience fresh, and consistent guest reminders via social media, email, or SMS marketing. Your 7-day stability move for this repeat visit system, I want you to list the top 3 reasons guests currently return to your restaurant. Choose one and strengthen this month. Make it more visible, more consistent, more rewarding. Because just increasing visit frequency even slightly across your existing guest base can stabilize sales more effectively and more affordably than chasing new traffic. System number 3, the owner bandwidth system. You want to protect your decision-making time. If the owner is overloaded, decisions slow down, and the business becomes reactive instead of stable. So without this system, oftentimes important decisions are delayed. Everything flows to the owner. Managers are unsure what they are empowered to decide. Repetitive questions are often consuming owner time every day, and this causes operational bottlenecks when the owner is unavailable. I was at a restaurant once when the owner was the only person who had access to the liquor cabinet. So when my wife ordered a glass of Chardonnay, there was nobody in that entire restaurant that could go in there and grab a new bottle of Chardonnay when they ran out. It was just silly. So recession-ready restaurants have clear delegation of operational decisions to trusted managers. They have a defined decision ladder, so the staff to the manager to the owner. Systems for handling common guests and operational questions, and simple operational checklists that keep daily ops consistent. All of this should be kept in your SOP. For the owner bandwidth 7-day stability move, what I would like to see you do is identify 3 decisions or questions that repeatedly come to you each week. Create a clear process, guideline, or delegation plan so they no longer require your daily involvement. So when you successfully delegate, it just creates more time for high-value leadership and for guest experience improvements. System number 4 is a decision dashboard. You want to run your business by the numbers that matter. Stability doesn't come from tracking more numbers. It comes from consistently tracking the right ones. Without this system, decisions are made on assumptions, not real data. Food costs and labor costs start drifting unnoticed. Menu items are selling despite weak margins. reactive change is made too late to correct the trends. In a recession-ready restaurant, you're going to have a simple weekly dashboard, three to five KPIs. Regularly review your food and labor costs. And you want an ongoing monitoring of item sales and profitability. Menu adjustments and decisions need to be made based on data, not assumptions. And what those 3 to 5 KPIs are going to vary by restaurant. Obviously, food costs, labor costs. The other ones might be just overall sales. It could be covers, plates, whatever you decide for your restaurant. And when you do that for your 7-day stability move, choose 3 to 5 numbers that most directly affect your profitability, like food costs, labor costs, weekly sales trends, and top selling items, and schedule a consistent weekly review time to monitor them. Having predictable decision making begins with predictable visibility into the numbers that drive your business. Let's move that up there. System number 5 is the guest communication system. You want to stay consistently connected. Guests should never have to guess what's happening at your restaurant. Now, without this system, guests are unaware of specials or new offerings, right? They have inconsistent posting that causes the restaurant to disappear from awareness. Slow response times, reducing ordering opportunities, or over messaging, causing guests to tune out. Recession-ready restaurants have a consistent weekly communication rhythm, be it social media, email, or SMS. And they have accurate information across all their online listings, hours, menu, ordering links. And I know this can be very daunting. There's a lot of places out there where you have to update your information. It's difficult. One piece of advice, just set a monthly reminder in your phone, in your calendar to go ahead and update those online listings, so it reminds you every month to go on there and update them. You want to have automated responses for the most common guest questions. Again, with a lot of the AI out there, you can have that automated so that you or a team member do not have to handle that. And have authentic messaging, real food, real staff, real experiences. You're seeing more and more of these AI posts from all sorts of different restaurants that are so obviously ChatGPT related, and I maybe shouldn't name that by brand, but using AI to create this material can be very effective. But what you want to avoid is getting too commercial with it. You don't want to look like every other restaurant out there putting up the same post, the same poster, the same image, the same background. These things all look so similar. You have to get really unique with your prompts. You can use it to slightly enhance your real food or real drink images, but don't go overboard with it. People are going to realize that. It's going to be the same thing as using stock photos on your online menu in 2006. People will recognize that and will be turned off by it. So just be original. Make sure you're updating your prompts using creative, really good prompts when you're using AI to generate your captions or images. So for your 7-day stability move for this guest communication system, I want you to audit your guest communication. So confirm your hours, menu links, and online ordering options are accurate everywhere that guests look. If it's your website, Google, Yelp, Apple, check all of those, identify your most common guest questions, and then establish a simple weekly posting or messaging rhythm that you can maintain consistently. Consistency in communication keeps your restaurant visible, and visibility drives repeat visits. So, put that up there. Small improvements applied consistently. That's what we're looking for. Restaurants rarely become unstable overnight. Instability usually happens when small gaps, missed orders, inconsistent visits, unclear communication, delayed decisions, or unnoticed cost trends slowly begin to stack up. The good news is the opposite is also true, right? Small system improvements applied consistently can dramatically strengthen stability over time. You don't have to fix everything all at once. Choose one system, make an improvement this week. And if you're ready to make your restaurant recession ready, I hope you are. If you'd like any help in installing any of these 5 systems at your restaurant, that's exactly what we do here at O-Suite Hospitality. Check out our website at osuite-hospitality.com, or you can email me at mike@osuite-hospitality.com. Go ahead and hit subscribe. We put out content like this specifically for independent restaurant operators who want to run a tighter, more stable operation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.